If you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you've seen your natal chart before. However, to most people who see it for the very first time, it looks like a mess of symbols and numbers and lines all over the place. So the question is, what exactly is a natal birth chart? So in this video, I'm going to go a little bit more technical so that I can explain what exactly are you looking at when birth chart comes up on your screen. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, this thing called a natal birth chart, what you want to do is to go to the link in this video. It will take you to a chart generator. You will need an accurate birth time before you use it, and so you can generate your birth chart so that you can follow the discussion in this particular video. So if you're looking at your birth chart, the first thing you want to notice is that there is a horizontal line that runs between the first house to the seventh house, as you can see in this diagram here. And you realize that there is also another symbol known as the sun, which looks like this. And if it's above the horizon, it simply means that you were born in the daytime. And if it's below the horizon, you'll see that that you were born in the nighttime. So if going by this logic, what you understand is that this entire circle around it, there is a term for it, it's known as the ecliptic. This essentially marks the path of the sun as it visibly looks to us. So for most of us, we know that if this is the sun, we know it's the earth that goes around the sun, right? But for us, when we're on earth, when you're looking at the sky, it looks as if that the sun is going around us. So in the east, as it rises in the east, right, and it sets in the west, so essentially what we're looking at in the chart, this entire circle marks the path of the sun. So that's exactly what you're looking at when you're looking at the chart. And a natal birth chart is essentially sort of like an astrologer presses the pause button, like that, at the time of your birth. So at the exact year, month, date and time of your birth, where exactly were the planets relative to where you were. Now this is one of the reasons why an astrologer will ask for 3 pieces of information when you're generating a birth chart. Now the first is your birth date, the second is your birth time, and the third is your birth city. The reason why we need the city is because the birth chart is drawn to the exact coordinates of the location of your birth. So for myself, I was born in Singapore. And I was born in the afternoon, so which means that the sun would have risen in the east and it would have passed noon. It was somewhere in the afternoon when I was born. So then I have my house somewhere in the 8th house and this part of the chart. So in your case, you may not have been born in Singapore. You could have been born somewhere in, say, New York, right? And so then the positions would be a little bit different for where you were, okay? Similar for time. So when you're looking at a birth chart, for some people, they find it to be so complex. It's like, oh my God, look at all these lines in the middle. These are aspect lines, there are squares, there are oppositions, there are trines. For most people, this is very confusing, and having to check in with websites, with books, you could be looking at Venus. Venus is in Aquarius. You would have to scroll down, flip to the book, right? Venus in Aquarius, what does it mean? And then you notice that Venus is in the 9th house, and you find yourself scrolling down to, okay, 9th house, what does it mean? And by the time you get these, little pieces of information, it can get quite difficult to sort of put them together. And after a while, it's so much work just to get past 10 planets. And also at the end of it, it's like, okay, yeah, so but what does it mean? I'm not really getting the meat out of a chart interpretation. So if you're watching this video and you're starting to discover that the chart gives you incredible amounts of information, right? You might want to check out our astrology courses. They are live. And we've got ways of putting planet, sign, house together in a way that allows you to tell a story about people. What are their attitudes towards their relationships, towards their bosses, and what kind of friends do they have? And if you ask them out for a movie, what kind of movie would they like? Are they the action movie kind or the romantic movie kind? You can find out about all of this and more from an astrological chart. Now, if you'd like to explore a structured astrological education, what you can do is send us an email, send me an email to hello@astrology.com. Let us know that you would like to be part of our astrology classes. We'll just give you all the information you need about our next class. Okay, so we want to hear from you. Now, if you've been studying astrology for a while, share your experience, leave your comments in the box below. Tell us what did you discover about your own astrological chart. Right, for more information about this, we have more videos about a little technical information about astrology. What you can do is like, subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. A good astrologer has to have a strong grounding of the technicalities such as the planet